how's it going, bosses? Welcome back to your favorite show, The Truck Boss Show. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel and hit that bell notification so you're up to date with all the latest trucker news. Today, we have a super fun and spicy show for you. Here's what we have on tap. We get a tour of a pretty sweet old school Budweiser rig that has cattle riding in style, and the trucker has a pretty cool stash. Plus, we check in with the Coalition of American-Latino Truckers to see what's on the top of their to-do list. So, are you ready? Let's take a ride. Budweiser, an iconic brand and beer, along with the staple red color, had some of the first big rig delivery trucks that stood out among their competitors. Check out this old school throwback that's now hauling beef instead of beer. Hey bosses, it's Brittany here with the Truck Boss Show, and we're here with Britt Craig, the owner of this beautiful Kenworth 900. Can you tell me a little bit about it? Because I'm kind of in love with it, just saying.
It's a 75 KW 900 A model. It's got a 318 Detroit, still the original motor, got the original transmission, 13 speed. It's pretty much all original except for the rear ends. We changed those out. 55 was just a little too slow. Other than that, it's pretty much all original the way it came off the factory.
Yeah, okay, so I heard a little bird told me it used to carry some beer. Is that true?
It was a Budweiser distributor truck.
Oh my gosh, and it like perfectly fits the mold, you know what I mean? It looks like it would carry some beer, but now you're a cattle hauler.
Well, yeah, we got this for shows, pretty much, just shows. We don't really use it. We just finished it. The trailer's a 72 model Hobbs that we just got finished with.
Okay, come show it to me. So you just got finished with it?
We just finished it, yes. We repainted all the steel, all the lights are brand new, the porch light, rewired everything. Had to put a 15-foot section of roof on, but it's for a 72 model trailer. It's still in fairly good shape.
Oh, of course. Do a lot of people stop and look at it?
Oh, it's just the red color.
It's the Truck Boss. It's the Truck Boss
That's
is what it is.
That's it. That's it.
Okay, let's take a little tour around.
Yeah, checked out the inside. It's got those aren't the original seats, but it does have the period correct. They're El Dorado seats, knee action, what they would call. I don't know that the original color of the interior was red, but the guy that painted it got a little carried away. And it's all red.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool to me.
Wow, it is. It's beautiful.
It's always a work in progress. We've got a lot of things we still want to do to it, but.
Well, and it matches you, Britt. I mean, you've got this wonderful mustache. The truck matches you. Like, how did you think to grow this mustache?
It started off as a joke. I had a big beard and I shaved and I left the mustache as a joke. And when I walked outside, my wife's like, "You're not going out like that, are you?" Now I am, and it just stuck. So.
Oh, it's stuck. So you've had it growing for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I like it. Well, from one Brit to another Brit, thank you so much for giving us a tour of your rig. We appreciate it. Back to you, bosses. I mean, that rig and that stash, was I right or was I right? Speaking of stashes, Chris, what you got for us?
Thanks, Brittany. The presence of Latinos is growing stronger within the trucking workforce. Here to give us the details is the Coalition of American-Latino Truckers of the Western States Trucking Association. Check it out.
The Western States Trucking Association is the oldest independent nonprofit trucking association in the U.S., but that's not the only unique thing about it. Western States is also home to the Coalition of American-Latino Truckers, the only subdivision of its kind in the nation. Joe Rakovacs, the Director of Governmental Affairs and Communications for Western States, gives us the rundown.
Well, the Coalition is a subdivision of the Western States Trucking Association, and it was set up to deliver the same services that we would deliver to predominantly English-speaking people, but give them an avenue to participate in the association. You know, out here on the West Coast, the big growth area in trucking is in the Latino community. And one of the barriers for many of them has always been language and the exclusion that causes in many organizations. And we've simply not just realized, we know that there is a desire to be able to comply with a lot of the regulations, but even USDOT won't put out their regulations in Spanish. So our staff here is really well versed in being able to deliver the same services bilingually.
The trucking industry is growing more diverse by the day, but how fast is the presence of Latinos growing in the trucking workforce?
Well, it's certainly going to depend on the region of the country you're in, but here in the West, it's pretty easy to say that probably over half, more than half, of all new entrant motor carriers are Latinos.
Western States membership transcends international borders with members in Nepal, India, and even Mexico. So what's it like interacting with those individuals who haul across the U.S. border and the companies they work for?
Well, you know, one of the real misconceptions is that because they're Mexico-based, that somehow they're substandard in their operations. That's completely untrue. We have members actually in northern Mexico, and they're actually highly educated, many of them with business degrees from U.S. colleges. These are not small companies. You know, the makeup of the motor carrier market in Mexico is very different than it's here. It's really dominated by larger motor carriers. But at any rate, the management of those companies, you know, they're actually very proficient in English because it's necessary for them to be able to communicate with their American customers.
As the world continues to change, it's important for the trucking industry to change with it. From fleets to owner-operators, maintaining a strong and diverse workforce is a good piece of advice for anyone.
I would say companies that are not hiring Spanish-speaking individuals, you know, you hear all the talk these days about driver shortage, you know, yada, yada, yada. The reality is that if you don't have people within your organization that are fluent in Spanish, you're missing out on opportunities.
And if you or anybody you know are looking for materials in Spanish, go ahead and visit Western States' website below.
Yes, and we hope you guys had a great Valentine's Day. I know I had a good Valentine's Day. Did you, Chris?
Yeah, mine was great. I had a nice dinner and it was a good time.
Yeah, and the Super Bowl was really fun too.
Yes.
Getting to watch, I can't believe the Rams won, but they were in LA, so like.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Kind of a given, I feel like.
That's right. Well, stay tuned for the next show, guys, because we're talking to Dr. John about the proper usage of CBD products.
And we're checking in with an awesome couple, the couple of 50/50 Trucking, and we're checking in with them, getting a walk around with not one, but 3 of their beautiful rigs.
That's awesome.
And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because we can't do this without you and your support.
That's right. And why do we do this, Brittany?
Because you're the boss.